day 2 of New York season, and we're already shuffling things around and trying to hang a new stand.
So much grass in here, it's crazy.
These turnips grew alright in here though. I mean,
yeah,
clearly.
They might go a little more. I'd fertilize them again. Or not again, I'd fertilize them. It's like,
you just want to stay in the shadows.
yeah.
That one's not horrible.
Something northwest and
Northwest, northeast, really.
Yeah. Yeah, if you get it.
I like this one, honestly.
Yeah, I like this one too.
Just having this
You'll
tree
be
here.
like it. I mean, we'll have to trim out a few things to get, but you just want some. You want to be in here.
Right. Yeah. No. I think this is good.
It is a sick spot. I like with small plots like this. I really like being 15 yards off the plot, but you're still within shooting distance of almost all of it, depending on how far you can shoot. But most of it is archery shootable, but you're off of it, so you're not like immediate pressure on the deer. When you're too close to a small plot like this, you get a big doe that comes in there, she's gonna stare at you the whole time you're there, no matter if you're motionless or not. So you got to be able to beat those deer to kill the right one. Second day of the season here. We got guys working on machinery on the property next to us, so they're making some noise. It was a perfect day to slip into this spot while they're not too far away from us, giving us some noise cover. Hang the stand. An ambush spot was just saying how I love, this is a little, not even a half an acre food plot, no, about a half an acre, but on small plots like this, you gotta be able to hunt them, especially in a tree stand. But when you're on top of them, it is so hard to stay undetected, especially when you get 4, 5, 6 deer in the food plot. It just takes one matriarch doe to pick you out. So we stay off the food plot if we can, but still be able to shoot most of the food plot. You stay in the shadows a little bit. We had to drop a bunch of trees. Not a bunch, but a handful. We were actually trying to make the plot bigger, but we ran out of time at the end of the summer. But we got a lot of cover out in front of us. So once we get to the bottom of the tree, our exit is this way. We walk away from this food plot undetected, at least for the most part undetected, and deer just can't see or make out what we are, even if we're gonna make a little bit of noise, but we're clearing a trail out so we can get in here silent. Perfect ambush spot. You can see Dave is over there right now. We got an apple tree that's hanging over the food plot. It's a constant every year scrape, and last week it wasn't pawed out, but it's cleaned now. So David is buttering it up with a little bit of pre-orbital. We might move the camera on it, but 30-35 yards right to that scrape.
Nervous?
I'm so nervous. I'm not nervous in the way of like, you know, I'll be nervous when he comes in. I'm just nervous, number one, that it's here, and I'm nervous that this is on the second day of the season, you know, going into a spot where we normally wait until like November to. I mean, it's getting back in there. It's pushing the limits. I mean, it's getting super aggressive. But you got daylight pictures pretty frequently of them in this particular area. Do you wanna kill him or not? It's like you got to go in there and get aggressive, which I don't mind doing as long as you can get in and out easy. And it's real hot and crunchy right now, so the only thing I'm worried about is getting out. I think I have a good way to get out, but it's going to be the first 40 yards, and hopefully I don't even have to think about that, because you know, you're going in here aggressive, banking on shooting them. So, but man, I got the jitters. Not like first day jitters, just because, you know, I don't know. This is it. This is it. So, getting in a little early. The wind is It's not even really marginal. I think it'll be all right. It's going to move more all right in our favor as the night goes on. But we hunt conservatively a lot, not to not shoot something, but just so we don't pressure some of our good areas. And changing that up tonight, early in the season. So
got everything in its own, baby. I'm going in early, but I'm going into the spot that I want to be in. The spot, like if I could pick a spot to go to right now at this point in the season, this is the spot that I would want to go to. I'm going there. I'm fired up about that. And Dean's getting aggressive, but it's what the cameras are telling us. I mean, look at the cameras. How do you not go try and take advantage of the situation? You have to. When you have the right wind, and it is a little warmer today, but the temperature has not mattered for these bucks. It really hasn't. So we'll see. I tell you what, going in early, getting set up, I'm going to enjoy this to the fullest. There's not as many days as we give it credit for that you go in and you're expecting essentially a visitor, you're going in to hunt the bucks that you've scouted and that you have on camera and that you are targeting. And that may seem like a relative statement, like, well, duh, but really, how many times do you go in there and you're like, not just hoping, you're like, I'm going in to kill? Not as many times as you get excited about throughout the season, that's for sure. But we're going in to do it, and I'm fired up. This is going to be awesome.
last week we had a windy, rainy day, and Dave and I came in here and hung the stand for this reason, to be in here the first week of October, because the most recent information on the cameras, this is crazy. This is an intense hunt right here. October 2nd, it doesn't get much more intense than this because I am in the heart of it. But we work all summer to put ourselves in this position, so I've always wanted to shoot an October good buck in New York with my bow. My first year with a bow was in October. Other than that, I don't think I'm trying to think, other than my first buck with a bow, I don't think I've ever shot a buck in October. I don't think I've ever shot a deer in October with my bow, or with anything, which is pretty crazy. So I'm in here tonight to try to make that happen again. She's right there.
the spot he's at. And it says 39. I had my pin on 39. I was way high. I mean, way over his back. Oh my God. I've been watching him in this plot for 45 minutes. He would not come any closer than 40 yards, and I'm this early in the season. I don't want to shoot him at 40 yards, but just slightly running out of daylight. And he was calm. I mean, it's real quiet, but I'm not quite sure what just happened. I don't know how I was that high unless he just ducked the crap out of it. It looked like it went a foot over his back.